Hello everyone, we are in eclipse season, and in this video I'm going to give you the secrets of this specific lunar eclipse in Pisces, and I'm also going to give you the secret ways that you can navigate this lunar eclipse in the best way. So welcome to my channel. A lot of you may not know that apart from being an astrologer, I have also studied various healing modalities for the past 20 years. Everything from kinesiology and Reiki and sound healing. And so I bring all of these different modalities together in a way to heal and uplift and serve my clients in the best way.
Perception is everything. Through shifts in perception, I guide you from lost, uncertain, disconnected to clarity, connection, and thriving. Shift, perceive, thrive.
So we are now upon our eclipse season. The first lunar eclipse is about to happen on the 7th or 8th of September, depending on your time zone. Here in South Africa, it will happen at about 8 minutes past 8 in the evening on the 7th of September. So, first of all, I want to tell you the secrets that the eclipse season revealed to us, and it is something really profound in that eclipses since ancient times have been watched very carefully, because even a few thousand years ago, astronomers and astrologers realized that when we go through eclipses, there are periods of really fast change and evolution that happen in our personal lives and in the world. So this is the first thing that we need to know about eclipse season, and that is it really accelerates our evolution. It accelerates the storylines that are playing out in our lives, and because of the real physical light changes that we experience during a lunar or solar eclipse, you know, when one planetary body moves in front of the other, blocks out the light, because of this physical and also symbolic reason, there are things that are revealed and certain things that may come into our lives or be removed from our lives. So eclipse season is sometimes a little bit feared because unexpected things can happen. But I'm here to tell you that no matter what, the universe is happening for you. And whatever transpires, even if something comes out of left field, it is guiding you in the direction you are now meant to be walking forward. So those are the first things I wanted to say about eclipses. Specifically, a lunar eclipse is a culmination point where we get to a place of fruition and culmination, and then new things can arise after this full moon lunar eclipse again. So this specific eclipse on the 7th of September is happening in the sign of Pisces. It is happening at 15 degrees and 22 minutes, where the moon is sitting in Pisces and the sun is sitting opposite in Virgo. So as with a regular full moon or new moon, the first thing we always check is to see where the ruler of this moon is sitting. The moon is sitting in Pisces, So the ruler of this full moon lunar eclipse is the planet Jupiter. So as we know, Jupiter is all about expansion. It is about our belief systems. It is often seen as a planet that brings protection and luck into our lives. But of course, it depends on the aspects and all of the particulars that are happening at the time of a specific astrological event. So at the time of this full moon lunar eclipse, Jupiter is sitting in the sign of Cancer. It's sitting at 19 degrees of Cancer, where it is really comfortable, where it is busy changing and expanding our belief systems around family, what is home to us, in a general way in the collective. So the most prominent aspect that is happening, apart from the moon being close to the north node, 3 degrees away from the north node, is that the ruler of the full moon is making a square to the planet Mars, and Mars is sitting at 19 degrees of Libra in the chart at the moment. So Libra is also a sign of relationship and balance, whereas Cancer is more about our familial kind of genetic relationships and understanding how we work in the home and in the family. So there is a mutual reception here between the moon and Jupiter, the ruler, because Jupiter is in the moon sign and the moon is in Jupiter's sign. So there's a conversation here of expansion. And this is a double conversation because Jupiter is about expansion and the north node is also about increase. So there's something here at this time that we are all working with, increasing those Piscean things, working with how we work with our emotions internally, how we deal and work with our intuition. All of these things can be prominent and expanding and really increasing and moving more to a forward position in our lives at this time. So the sun is sitting with the planet Mercury in Virgo, and this means that, the sun is sitting with Mercury and the south node in Virgo. And this means that the south node is all about letting go, making something smaller, creating less of prominence and less of an effect in that area of the chart. So there's something here with Mercury and the sun and the south node that we are letting go of being so overly reliant on the mind. And we are more stepping into where the north node is now. The north node is expanding the Piscean part of the chart into working with our emotions and our intuition. And the moon and the north node is also sitting with the planet Saturn. And Saturn is now, for the last time in the next 30 years, spending its last time in the sign of Pisces before it permanently moves into the sign of Virgo. It has just retrograded back into 29 degrees of Pisces. So there's a final point of letting go that we are dealing with here in the sign of Pisces. And with Saturn, the expansive part of Saturn can be that it really guides us to break through barriers, You know, Saturn is often seen as the barrier, but in an equal amount, it also helps us with breakthroughs. So I feel very strongly at the time of this lunar eclipse, there are certain things, belief systems, patterns, emotional systems, how we've maybe dealt with emotions, maybe in a way of suppression, or overly expressing and not finding balance. These kind of things we can really have a breakthrough with at the time of this lunar eclipse. So I wanted to give you 5 things that are really important at the time of this lunar eclipse, and I'm going to relate them to the planets. And then afterwards, I'm going to give you the secret tools that you can use to work with this Pisces lunar eclipse. So firstly, the 5 things that are important at the time of this lunar eclipse. Number 1, letting go of outdated belief systems. And this is all to do with that square aspect that is happening between the ruler of this full moon, Jupiter, and between the planet Mars. Mars is all about a cutting away and a letting go. Jupiter is about belief systems. So there's a real chance here, excuse me, to let go of outdated belief systems, and also working with that Mars energy to really find a new found plan of action to work with new belief systems going forward. And then number 2, expansion in one area leading to a letting go of another part of life. And this is also related to Jupiter and Mars, because Jupiter brings that expansion, is the ruler of this full moon lunar eclipse, and Mars again is a cutting away, removal energy. So there can be expansion and another part that we need to let go of. Number 3, release of old thought patterns and old ways of thinking. And this relates to the sun sitting in Virgo with Mercury and the South Node. Mercury is all about our thought patterns, our thinking, our communication, and the South Node is about that release and letting go. So this is also something that we can work with strongly. I mean, thought patterns and thinking and communication can be so related to our belief systems. They're not the same thing, but they are very related in the way that we work with thoughts and belief systems. Number 4, a balancing between logic and intuition. So logic is where the Mercury and the Sun and the South Node is sitting in Virgo. Intuition is on the other side where the Moon is sitting in Pisces. So there can be a rebalancing, how we are personally out of balance in this area of life can really find a new way and a new balance point forward. And working with that energy of Saturn, breaking through a barrier that we may have been stuck in for the last 10, 20, 30 years, because the Saturn cycle is 29 and a half years long. So there is something here that's going to be very final and that we are letting go of, that can really change for us going forward. And number 5, relying less on thought and more on feeling and intuition to navigate life. And this is also strongly related to the Virgo and Pisces axis. The South Node being the decrease in thought and mind, the North Node being the increase in navigating life with feeling and intuition. So I think these are beautiful things we can work with at the time of this full moon lunar eclipse. And then lastly, I wanted to share with you the secret tools in your toolbox that you can use to get through this lunar eclipse and to also help you thrive while you are navigating change and all of these things happening during this lunar eclipse. Number one, get into the body. And this can be through whatever way works for you. Gentle exercise, dance, breath work, yoga, tai chi. Allowing things to shift by not being so much in the mind is going to be very, very, very helpful during this Pisces lunar eclipse. Number two, finding loving ways to thank but quiet the mind and work with intuition and higher guidance. And this is similar to number one, but not the same, because I find that when we are trying to avoid being in the mind, it can get louder. So there is so much wisdom into allowing the mind and loving the mind and thanking the mind, but still not being in that space of overthinking and being too busy with the mind. Number three, open as best you can to change for your highest good. In eclipse season, there's normally a big amount of change happening, and definitely more so if this full moon lunar eclipse directly makes an aspect to your personal chart. But regardless, in eclipse season, there's change, whether it's for you or someone close to you or people around you. So it's such a good practice just to be open to change and to know that what is happening for our highest good. And number four, ask about previous barriers you can break through. And this is also working with the mind and with the intuition. You can journal, you can do morning pages, you can do a meditation or contemplation, and really become aware of intuitively what barriers are you breaking through right now that's going to bring you to a completely new place in your life that you can relate to going forward. And number five, again, in a very gentle way, working with the mind through meditation, through contemplation, through prayer, and to release outdated patterns. And you can specifically ask for things that have been with you, however old you are, for this Saturn cycle that is coming to an end now for the last 29 years. What cycle were you working with that you can now let go and release outdated patterns and move into something completely new? Thank you so much for being here today. I hope that you found this guidance to be helpful and uplifting. I love sharing these insights with you. I am offering sessions. The links to my work and my website will be below. Please leave a comment, please share, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Interaction helps my business and my channel to grow, and I really, really deeply appreciate it. I will see you again next time.